Let's Play of Hearts of Iron 4. Standard United States of America. I am Dashwan, and here we are playing Hearts of Iron 4 again. And like I said, this is a new Let's Play. Yeah, I already did the first episode of this. Yeah, now let's episode 0. Because, if you didn't watch that video, which, if you want to see all the possible startup, if you want to see, all the text for all the, major countries, where I actually read them, I didn't actually read them because the story failed me. Sorry, Crohn's, burping fit. But anyway, so yeah, Duke's story failed me, in which basically it just corrupted the video. I forgot I got it working, but I got it working to what you saw on YouTube. Didn't work out well. The sound didn't work. Looking back at it, I think the problem was I moved the sound file to a different folder. If I would just left it in the folder in which basically the video was in, where basically I extracted to, which is what I call my PC Raw video, or PC Raw folder. That's where I keep all my DX story fraps and shall play videos in. I could have just used that in Movie Maker, but I'm not quite sure if that would work because like I said, I think story failed me again more recently, and I that was the fix to that problem, so I'm not quite sure. But anyway, so yeah, you didn't really miss all that much. You just missed me reading all this stuff, which is unfortunate. Again, not again, but it could have been worse, in which I could have been first reactions to a game, like I was doing a first impressions video, or, one of my normal gameplay videos, or I had really good commentary, or as part of the story, like let's say I missed audio in, like, I don't know, Sunred or Mufflove, that would be bad. So, yeah, but anyway, so basically what you missed was me laying my plans for the series, which is after we do this standard run, in which I just play United States as standard, nothing special, play it as I would normally. Like we're not doing anything fancy. We're not making it fascist or communist. We're not attacking Canada or anything like that. We're just going in and playing normally. But after that, we'll switch over to Japan, or we'll start a new game as Japan and go Allied, in which we actually be part of the Allies and help fight World War II with the Allies. That'll be interesting. And probably not attack China, because we don't need to. Because we're like, oh, nice about the oil and stuff, but no, we won't. And we'll try to be democracy as much as possible, stuff like that. Then we might do some other, well, in between or even during the series, I might do a series with Sean, we know him from my His General series, on which we play as either America, Britain, or do something insane like just do a war conquering run as like Australia and Canada. That'd be hilarious. Or just do a war conquering run as United States and Britain, or do something like that. We could also do a run in which we do Russia Axis, in which I play as Russia, or which I play as Germany, he plays as Russia, and we basically add Russia to Axis, and we just try to win. But otherwise, I could do, there's a mod for Korea, I could do Korea, there's a mod for Confederate States of America. Basically, the Confederacy didn't lose. The war ended in stalemate, basically basically that's that. Basically continuation of Civil War without the Civil War part. Just Confederacy and Union being normal countries, which would be interesting. Could do that. Also, that seems to be it. But yeah, today, like I said, we're doing a standard run. Now, this is actually my third time recording this, because the first two recordings were pretty bad. The second recording was going pretty well until I forgot to undo. Not quite sure if you can hear it, but undo my mute button, because I was busy clearing my while cleaning my nose and drinking water, and I forgot to unswitch it. Because the thing about this bike is the fact that it's a little thumb switch. It has a little thumb switch for the mute button. Unlike my GX, which I'm used to having a big flashing light saying, "Oh, by the way, you're muted." But now this has a little mute button, which you can only tell it's muted by having it actually pushed up, and you may not be able to tell it's being pushed up until you actually push it up. Anyway, as you can see, I lowered master volume for that because the game was a little loud. This is actually better this way since I don't need to lower the volume in the X-Story because it's already lowered. It's sticking from 0, which we're probably not going to continue because we don't really need to. But a new game, I'll be reading these. Alright, so next scenario. 1st of January 1936, Gathering Storm. Dark times are coming in Europe. Hitler has consolidated his power, and his attention is now increasingly drawn beyond Germany's borders. Mussolini's Italy continues to embark on daring military ventures, while the Empire of Japan stands posed to attack China and Russia. Almost 20 years have passed since the end of the Great War, and the world has yet again been doused in gasoline. A single spark may be all it takes. And the second start, 14th of August, 1936, or 1939. Brief history, Blitzkrieg. In the last few years, the world has seen some new wars break out in Europe and Asia. Spain is now governed by nationalists, and Japan has fought both the Soviet Union and China for territory. The latter being a more successful battle for Japan. The new non-aggression pact between Soviet Union and Germany may be bad news for the rest of Europe. It's a scenario. Alright, United States. Like I said, basically in episode 0, I read through all of these. All of this, all of these, and all that. Which took like 30-40 minutes. But you can go back and watch it and see the individual stuff in case you're interested. We won't be covering it today, as we want to actually get to some gameplay if we can. But another thing that I realized, or not a thing that I confirmed for myself, because I kind of figured it out in the tutorial videos, is if you select other countries, this is how you select other countries. Go to select country, and basically this screen is your normal select screen. The one before is actually this, interesting countries. This is basically all the main countries, all the countries that have all this stuff on their own histories and stuff, basically the major countries, whereas these guys are all the minor countries. As you can see, we can select Finland, Sweden, Norway, Poland. But very interesting, be Poland try to fight Germany. Or be France and actually help Poland immediately. Because we can't do that, right? I think we could do it. That would be interesting. Basically, be the what if scenario. What if France and England actually cared about Poland and actually cared about? Oh wait, maybe if Germany attacks something, we should help them out immediately instead of waiting. You know, like the modern day UN. Because that basically was one of the failures that happened with United Kingdom and France, and what allowed Germany to proliferate is the fact that they allowed Germany to attack Poland. Well, not to attack it, but they allowed it to basically get away scot-free. Basically, if France intervened when Germany attacked Poland, or at the very least, at very least did something to Germany to make them not want to attack again, because the Germans, or I should say the Nazis were like, okay, let's go poke Poland. If France and Britain care, let's be slower about it, let's be more cautious. But instead, they poked Poland. Poland actually got a hole in it, then Germany rushed in, took out Poland, and then they went to conquer France. In which, when France was conquered, Britain was like, oh wait, that's bad, we should do something now. So they did. Hence the beginning of World War II in earnest. So yeah, if they cared, Germany probably wouldn't have done as much as it would have done, much as it did do, because they'd be more scared of repercussions. But anyway, I guess we can hit change scenario. Yeah, I think we can. And go back to other screen. No, we can't. Well, that's fine. We can just rate it from over here then. You. Interesting countries. We can, right? Alright. Alright. United States. Information. Oh, I'm going to just call it United States then, because that's what it says right here. It says right here, too. So, yeah. In the United States, leader, Franklin Delano Roosevelt, ideology, Democratic, government, Democratic regime. We'll get that changed. But then again, I don't know what the Democrats were like back in the 40s, because, if you don't know, the whole Republicans being in the South and Democrats being in the North thing, that's a more recent thing. Because, believe it or not, the Confederacy was actually Democratic. And, Lincoln was a Republican, and then the vice president for Lincoln was Democrat, and when the vice president took over, um, he basically let the South. Basically, he was easier on the South. So yeah. So I'm not quite sure what the Democrats were like in World War II. I have to ask my dad. Or if you know, please let me know in the comments. But anyway, so I'm gonna change it to Republicans because I can. By the way, elections November 1936. Ruling party, Democratic Party or Democratic Party. National Spirit, Democratic Party, Democratic. With a long philosophical tradition of valuing personality, liberalism views safeguarding these rights are primary function of the state, cannot, well, is an there, so I assume it cannot declare war on the country with the same ideology group without war goal, as it cannot attack other democracies. It can guarantee other ideologies, can lowers war treason with guarantees. Okay, we'll find out what those are. It cannot puppet a country. It cannot justify war goes against a country that have not generated world tension. Yeah, that might be a problem with my anti everything that's not democracy run. Um, because of the simple fact that I cannot puppet a country, which I kind of want to do to make sure they don't become communist, fascist, monarchy, empire, what have you again. Well, maybe we could do some extremes like no republics. Yes, all pure democracies, all Americas. That would be interesting. But no, probably just go anti-communism and anti-fascist, or anti-communism, then maybe stretch out to anti-monarchy. Um, but those are plans for like my third series of or my third Let's Play series. Um, but yeah, which will probably take over the same save. But anyway, also what is another problem is the fact that I can't attack things that don't generate world tension. That is, if they did nothing bad, which we can't guarantee the Soviet Union once we defeat Nazi Germany will not do anything bad. But if they don't do anything bad, then we get a small problem if we can't attack them. Because Congress be like, no, you can't do that, sir. And we'll be like, oh, come on, they're bad guys. And Congress be no, no, yes, no. And people will be like, no, yes, no. Very similar to civilization revolution, in which if you were democracy, you can't attack things, period, unless they attack you first. Actually, I don't think you can even declare war on things that attack you first. They just attack you and you fight them back. But anyway. Get my shit with other things. Elections every 4 years. Oh, the free ideology draft defense 20%. Oh, let's try that again. Ideology drift defense 20%. Basically, that means we're always going to be a democracy, more or less, and we're not going to waver in our concessions. So yeah, so that's pretty cool. AI modifier threat, receptancy 3.0, cannot join factions led by other ideology. That means we cannot join. Wait, we cannot join the Soviet Union. I mean, more like the Soviet Union joined the Allies. But if the Soviet Union were to make if the Soviet Union were to make a faction, we could not join it. I don't think. Um, So yeah, I think that's mainly meant for us joining. That's mainly meant for United States joining the Access, which would be not good. Um, but anyway, also can create factions, obviously. USA considers itself bastion and maybe even the creative democracy and liberty. True. Whenever they, whatever they choose to be, their values are difficult to compromise. However tempting some opportunities may seem. Of course, you're Trump. Um, the Great Depression. I was going left like, he doesn't want to have this guy be Trump, but I just realized, and that was funny because that'd be more like America if they could change like that, but no, they can't. It's this over here. So yeah. But anyway, the Great Depression, daily political power cost plus 1%, consumer goods factory 30%, equivalent population factor negative 50%. Joint faction tension limit plus 20%. Now I'm not quite sure what most of these modifiers actually mean. We'll probably figure them out as we go. But if you do, please let me know in the comments. This is not going to be a hardcore blind series. I will just figure things out on camera more or less. Which is probably why I might do that series with Sean when he gets the game. Because the simple fact that if I play it on camera with him, I'm still playing it on camera, so therefore it makes sense. And just come back and play this. As just my single player series. You know, makes sense. By the way, although a world phenomenon, the Great Depression started with a stock market crash in the United States and caused unemployment rates to soar and tax revenue to plummet. The American people and its government have enough to worry about without getting involved in the war, which is the other reason why. Well, which is the real reason why. Why President Roosevelt, or this President Roosevelt anyway, um, became president was to help out the economy, which Democrats are good at doing, more or less. And he did. But he also kind of wanted to help Britain and go to war. And basically, you want to help Britain and get involved in what will be known as, well, you can get involved in World War II. But that was a secret thing. He actually ran on, we don't want to get involved in World War II. So, yeah. Undisturbed isolationism? Or undisturbed isolation. Consumer goods factories, 40%. Civilian factory construction speed, negative 50%. Military factory construction speed, the same. Civilian to military factory conversion cost, plus 50%. Military to civilian factory cost, plus, or same. Generate global tension limit, plus 1%. Joint factory tension limit, plus 20%. Lend-lease tension limit, plus 50%. Send volunteers tension limit, plus 20%. Guaranteed tension limit, plus 75%. I know what they are. I know what the factories are. I know you can convert the factories back and forth. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what the middle one is, but I know what the lease is. That's basically allowing other. Basically, that means sending vehicles to other countries for them to use. By sending, mostly means they buy them. But the United States and Soviet Union both did it both ways. Buy in, here you go. Like Soviet Union was like, in the Cold War, like if you were communist, you get all the AK-47s you could ever want because we're like that. Well, United States was, United States was, I'll give you patents, and M16s, but you may have to pay a little bit for them. And now it's like, okay, you want to buy an Abrams? We'll sell you an Abrams, but it'll be missing some of its armor because if we go to war with you, or if you sell it to someone else, well, we don't want that. But anyway, still recovering from global depression and the Dust Bowl famine, the nation is slowly rebuilding its infrastructure. America's industries are, in most cases, working at half capacity and will keep doing so unless major events cause the nation, well, until major events rouse the nation from tumor. Last thing, brief history. The United States retreated back into isolation at the end of the last war. They really left. And enjoyed a period of economic prosperity during the Roaring Twenties. This came to a dramatic end when the nation was gripped by the Great Depression. America's policy of non-intervention in foreign wars has stood firm. I do make my mouth move a different way. But tensions are rising in both Europe and Asia. The Great Neutral may find itself drawn into the maelstrom whether it wants to or not. I select the country. There we go. What's this? Oh, okay. Alright, as you can see, there are 3 difficulties. Recruit. I have full confidence in your courage, devotion to duty, and skill in battle. We accept nothing less than full victory. Good luck. Player. Construction, production efficiency cap plus 20. Research time, -5. Political power gain plus 25. Is what we're going to be playing on. If enemy is strong, he may hurl back our forces. Success may not come with rushing speed, but show a turn again and again, indeed. And veteran. I have nothing to offer but blood, toil, and tears and sweat. Or blood, toil, tears, and sweat. Player basically negatives of all the positives of recruit. Pretty much. Well, except research time is plus 10. And the rest are negatives of the recruit. Alright, now there's also Iron Man mode. In Iron Man mode, custom cheats are disabled and the game is automatically saved regularly in the same file. In games played with this setting, there's no turning back. Yeah, basically you can't save scum. Basically you cannot save here before war or before an action. Like let's say you wanted to go to war in Mexico. For whatever reason. You save, you go to war in Mexico, and it turns out Mexico's have super heavies and super planes and giant battleships for no reason, but they do, and they basically wipe you out. You can't go back to that save in army mode. That's it, you lose. Extreme example, but it works. Historical AI focuses. AI countries well when acceptable. Pick national focuses in historical order. Start this if you want other countries to follow the historical path more closely. Now this does not mean they will be. It doesn't mean actions will happen exactly as they did happen. What it means is it will most likely be that way, and the countries will behave like they did. They would have the same mindset basically. Basically, Germany will make super heavies. Japan will make its Yamatos. Uh, United States will just spam everything, spam little things, and then attack on both fronts, and stuff like that. Like United States will not research immediately super heavy tanks, for example, it will not go right for Pershings and T-95s as well as jets. And Germany will not go for light vehicles and battleships instead of U-boats. Britain will Britain really get into to actually make it smart, I don't think. Japan will go for smaller ships, and maybe not attack China, but we'll see. But yeah, but anyway, cannot currently get achievements. Game in the Iron Man mode, regular, higher difficulty. Game initially started at the early start. Okay, so if you want to get achievements, you have to go in Iron Man mode. Aww. Okay, I'm gonna go in Iron Man mode just to get achievements, but then again, this is my first run, so I don't think that's a good idea. If I make a mistake, or if I need to go back for any reason, I can't. So no, thank you. Alright, so let's start. Initialize the game, loading graphics. Here we are. In Hearts of Iron 4. Alright, by the way, I will be buying this series in time. Like, for one, I'll definitely get a historical flag set. So I can change this flag to its rightful flag. Because this is completely made up flag. There is a German one, which has the Iron Cross as well. A little tiny Iron Cross over there. And then there is the correct Nazi German flag, in which it's the blue flag, with basically a swastika right there and no black and white stuff. Just white circle. But yeah, and then also little things. Basically that's it. And maybe I'll add some more extreme mods later on once we are winning, just to have fun. But we'll see. As well as I'll miss with portraits and stuff like that. But nothing too major until I basically wanted to make this mostly vanilla. But if I want to change portraits and flags, I can do that. I'll allow myself to do that. No big deal. Alright, since we like isolationism, we don't have any forces overseas. I don't think we should. Alright, well, let's look at our stuff. Research? Let's research stuff. Oh, we're still using bolt actions. Oh, wait, and, like, one thing I will change is basically make these, basically more towards, as you can see, they're very generic. Like, these are using assault rifle and bazooka. German assault rifle, I should say. We get that vision pretty early on, though. Oh, that's more of a German thing. Weapons are American. Automatic. Do we get automatic weapons, or do we already have automatic weapons? By automatic weapons, I mean M1 and BARs. We should already have BARs, which are probably these. No, these are more like machine guns, I think. Motorized. I mean, the United States had to get motorized. I believe the United States had to get motorized in World War II. It wasn't motorized. It was mechanical, like it was mechanical in World War II, but it wasn't tanks. Speaking of tanks, let's look at tanks. Split battalions. Look, I'm missing that right now. Tanks. What do we got? Girl. Alright, so we can get our heavy tanks. I was wondering how this worked. Great War tank. Our lowly B551, I think. Basically, the American-made version of the Renault team. And we can get patents. We can get T95s, yes, and Pershings and T20s. Well, that's interesting. T20s and Pershings are on separate branches. I mean, think about this. Think about it from a World War II perspective. What is more medium tank? A Pershing or a T20? Answer is T20. T20 is lighter. T20 has less armor. Pershing has more armor. Pershing was made as a heavy tank. So yeah. Artillery, what do we got? Just generic stuff, alright? Land doctrines, later. Naval. Ooh, we get Montanas? Ooh, we get Montana. I think we get Illinois. I'm sure those are. Alaskers. Sims. UL. York. Lexington. Oh, it's Alaska and Lexington are battle cruisers. Okay. Well, cruisers. Yeah, there's no cruisers these. Naval doctrine. I'll leave that alone. Air. What do we get? A lot. A whole lot. We get the chain lightning in this game? Sweet. Can you get the fry? I'm looking for it. It's really FR-1 Fireball. I always call it the fry because I don't know. One and I are pretty the same sometimes. Alright, well we can get we can get lots of jets, that's cool. I'm curious what the other factions get now in terms of stuff. Actually, yeah, we're almost out of time, so I might as well just resave over this. Now, we won't be going... Actually, yeah, we'll be going back to this. Alright, now I want to exit menu, and I want to go look at the other factions. Yes, quit. Oh, there we go. Alright, so now I want to just try out the other nations. What do the Germans get? I don't know what the Germans get. Also, I want to know what the British get and what the Soviets get. And that's what the Japanese get too. Research, what do we get? As these are just standard. Well, no, oh no, these are different. You know, like these are like your generic weapon types. And these are motorized vehicles, so they're different. Again, they get night vision. You're going overtime? the Ghost Tractor, that's cool. Light Tractor, which is the first Nazi tank, and the tank in which they worked on before developing the Panzer Ones, which were the first tank that Hitler saw and said, yes, that's what we're doing now. And the first tank that Germany really made that was fast, it was able to rush things in order to do blitzkriegs. You got Panzer 2s, Panzer 3s, Tigers, Leopard, or Leopard, whatever this thing's called. Panther 4, Panther, King Tiger, or Tiger 2, or Royal Tiger, depending. Mouse, T-50. Alright, that's cool. Mouse, yes, Mouse. Now there's a mod that I found that adds land cruisers. Basically the P1000 Rat and the P2000 Gustav, which were, the Rat, which is a very, 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 very big tank. Uses battleship guns and engines. And the other tank was basically just one gigantic self-propelled artillery piece. With gigantic artilleries. I might use those, and the mod said it works for all factions except only Germany gets the actual, the actual stuff. So I might do that. As United States, once we kill everything for our anti-communist run, we might want to start building ourselves a gigantic army of gigantic huge tanks. Because why not? And then call them the Freedom class of land ship. I was looking at battleships actually. These are the super battleships, correct? Yes, H-series battleships. Those are their super battleships. Naval Doctrine, Air. What do we get? Oh wow. Now I didn't think that House of Iron was going to have all these different vehicles. I thought it would basically be, well, kind of like Crusader Kings, in which you just have basically the one guy, and then maybe cavalry, and then maybe some artilleries, but no. It has all sorts of different vehicles. I thought they were just different reskins. Let me just extend to that. No, you. We should have a picture. Hey, look these guys up. I want to look. What are you? Criminal flying wings. And they calling them bomber. Where was the German calling them bomber? You? Don't know. But yeah, the Germans were working on incoming bombers in order to basically go kill the United States, because the Charter ships wouldn't be it'd be as effective as attacking Britain with ships, except the United States would be more ready for them and have basically more angriness to them as opposed to Britain, which is angry. Oh wait, there's more stuff. Engineering, industry, atomic research, all the million years it takes for Germany to research atomic bombs. Experimental rockets. Okay. Okay, engines like V2s and stuff like that. Events radar. Okay. Radio. Okay, so that's research radio independently. And radar? Yeah, they do. Almost not. I'm not quite sure if Germany needs to research. I'm not quite sure Germany didn't know about radar. I know for a fact. Japan didn't, or Japan. Actually, yes, I do know. Only the Allies had radar technology, more or less. And then Japan and then the Axis basically had to research it. All right, moving on. Yes. Wasn't fast enough again. Okay. Now, let's leave Japan for last. Let's see what United Kingdom gets. And then I guess France, because why not? And then Soviet Union. Alright. Start. Alright, start, right? Yeah, it's start. This is gonna be interesting. You and your tiny island. Okay, yeah, they get the allied stuff like here. Support battalions. FT-17. Vickers, the Tilda. Ooh, Tilda. Cruiser. Or Cruiser. Is it Crusader? No, it's Crusader. You can never tell. Valentine, Cromwell, Churchill, Comet, Black Prince, Tortoise. Ooh, they get the Tortoise? Ooh. I mean, United States gets T-95. They need tortoises. Centurion. Okay. Artilleries. Nothing special. Land that trains. I'm not going about that right now. Okay. British. The British naming system. I have no idea what it is. Alright, moving on to planes, which I'll probably know. Wait, they get technical ones off the bat? Is that what I see? They get that off the bat? Really? That's not bad. Caster. Can. Good old Meteor. What's the Spitfire? Is Spitfire? Spitfire. Is it the. Wait, no. I think I know what that is. No, it's all I'm thinking about. I was thinking about the other B starting European bomber, which actually I think is French. Okay. Engineering. Oh, these are all the same too. All right, it doesn't matter. Pretty much all the same. All right. Menu, yes. The thing about Britain is they don't start with Churchill. Churchill was actually put into office because he said, "I'll be the great war general. I will lead you through World War II because this guy sucks." Turns out that guy, uh, this guy, the current prime minister of Britain, yeah, he did suck. Um, well, he sucked when he came to World War II. I'm not quite sure if he sucked before, but yeah. But basically, yeah, the Britain elected Churchill, and the funny thing is once World War II was over, they unelected Churchill as fast as possible, which is the funny thing. Anything special? No. I guess these are just Axis and or. No, that truck's different. I guess, but these mostly Axis and or Allied, depending. So you have B-17, they get B-1s, they get H-35s. Hey, whatever in the world that thing is. Oh, is this from the DLC? It must be. Yeah. I know the M6 was. For America. Okay. Oh, they get the AMX 50T, alright. At least, something like that. AX-4, Alpha 4, alright. Alright, stuff, they get stuff. I don't need to look at these. I need to look at that. Naval. Yeah, St. Lucis too, alright. Air, I know as much about French air as I know about French ships. Which is not anything at all. Alright, so jet tech bomber are your generics. Yeah. What did the French do? They get bombers too? My word, French. I mean, was the British or the French that sent up the first planes in World War I? I forget. I mean, the French made the first. Was it the French made the first thing? I forget. I don't think it was. I have the story about the French right now. But yeah, it'd be interesting just to play as, just to play as France and help out Poland immediately. I think we can do that. Can we do that? Let's see if they have the same thing about, oh, you can't do that because we're democracies. Cannot. Ooh, okay. I wasn't about to turn that off because that'd be handy. Alright, moving on to Soviet Union land. Do Stalin land. Where things are all great, because if it's not, then you get shot. Or not shot, busted into the gulag. If you said things weren't great in Nazi Germany, however, or ISIS, then you would get shot. Well, unless Germany will have a slow death, but ISIS definitely get shot. Or headshot off. Actually, those are different. From the standard Allied stuff. Don't know what that is. E7, KV1, KV2s? No, no KV2s. But T54s and IS7s. At this point. Oh wait, no, we need to look at other things. Tanks are not enough. I mean, I know about German, I know about Russian planes a little bit. No, I think it's for that. First strike. That doesn't matter, doesn't matter. Naval, what do we got? See Kim. That just came out in, well, warships. Where's the 66? Okay. Air. Oh, they get actual bombers. Named bombers. All these are named, which is interesting. The IL-2s? Yes. Because why not? U-4s? Oh, they get U-4s. Wow. Those are basically B-29s, but Russianized. Or Russian ripped off. Okay. Now moving on to Japan, then wrapping up the video. Yes. No, I meant. Scenario, and finally Japan. Let's see what you get. Alright. Let's look at the rules there for a second. Not bad. Oh, we already have oh wow, we already have China. And Korea. No. Yes, we already have China, Korea. No, yes. Yes. No, China's down there. We have all this land. And Korea. So yeah, we have to invade China ourselves. Alright, that's good. Means that it won't do that. Also, I might change this flag too because that's the battle flag, or it's now the Japanese Maritime Defense Force flag. So yeah, trucks, tanks. What you get? You get Japanese heavy tanks. Oh my word, yes. Wise type. What in the world is this thing? Oh wow. Type 61. Jazz, I think you see in Battlefield 1942. I'm not sure what the ones are in 1943. I haven't checked. What are you? Cool. I'm glad fun Japan. I can tell that already. Ah, you not only have Yamatos, but you have Super Yamatos. I mean, it makes sense. America gets Matenas. Alright. The thing about Japan, especially if you're not going to conquer everything, is the fact that Japan has low resources. And that's why they want to attack everything. To get more resources. Alright, so, yeah, Japan's gonna be fun. It's gonna be real fun. Actually, we need to fight for the good guys. Alright, so I gotta hurry this up because we're way out of time. And hopefully, this movie maker is gonna be nice to me. And allow me to, make this one big video instead of having to cut into. By the way, I do apologize for this video or these videos, not having any action. Just me looking at stuff, but it just happened that way, so I guess I'm gonna make the old episode 1. No, yeah, this episode, I'll figure out what to do with the title, because this could be episode 0, that could be episode 0 bonus, then this could be the real episode 0, then move on to episode 1, so yeah. Alright, but anyway, so that'll be it for this video. Thanks for watching. I do appreciate you watching on this video. video means a lot to me. More videos also mean a lot to me to leave comments. There's already the intentions for the series, or in the playouts of Iron 4 in general, no tips, Steve's comments, there's no tip. I also have a Twitter, by the way, in which I do channel updates as well as news on stuff I am doing, will be doing, or have done, as well as just news in general, I think you might be interested in. Unfortunately, just show you. Unfortunately, as you can see, it's 5:34 a.m. and I don't have time to do anything else tonight. So this it for the day. Unfortunately, I do apologize. Um, yeah, I was not too offensive for me just uploading just a video like this instead of having no action in it at all. Um, but we did discuss a lot of stuff. Showed a lot of the beginning of the game. Well, not beginning of the game, but showed all the starts and stuff. A good idea of what we're going into. But anyway, so if you have any tips on how to play Hearts of Iron 4, please put in the comments. Again, this is not a completely blind series. I just want to show you what's like me playing Hearts of Iron 4 for the first time without knowing much about it. So yeah, that's all. This is not a completely blind series like I do with like Halo and stuff like that, but no. But no, that. But anyway, so yeah, I think I'm gonna be up by 12. It is 5. Maybe one more video. But anyway, that'll be it for this video, and I guess see you in the skin.